outgoing President Ramnath Kovind says he served the country to best of his ability during his tenure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi pays rich tributes to freedom fighters Lokmanya Tilak and Chandrasekhar Azad. Media is running kangaroo courts, alleges Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramanna, says electronic media has zero accountability. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma discusses measures for post-flood scenario with Union Health Minister Mandviya. And Arunachal's leading status in Niti Aayog Index is witness to state's commitment to progress, says Chief Minister Pema Khandu. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Ashutosh Sharma bringing to you the stories in detail. In national news first, Parliament today hosted a farewell function for outgoing President Ramnath Kovind at the Central Hall. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Union Ministers and Members of Parliament attended the function. During the event, the Speaker handed over a certification of appreciation to the President along with a book signed by the MPs. In his speech on the occasion, Kovind said he had served the country to the best of his ability. Earlier on Friday, the Prime Minister hosted a farewell dinner for Kovind in New Delhi. The dinner was unique in a sense as it did not have the usual Lutyens' Delhi crowd. It was a gathering which had good representation from all parts of the country. Various Padma awardees and many tribal leaders were present on the occasion.
आज आप सबसे जब मैं विदा ले रहा हूं तो मेरे हृदय में अनेक पुरानी स्मृतियां उमड़ रही हैं। इसी परिसर में जिसे सामान्यतया सेंट्रल हॉल के रूप में जाना जाता है, बरसों तक एक सांसद के रूप में मैंने ना जाने कितने सहयोगी सांसदों के साथ यादगार पल बिताए। 5 साल पहले इसी सेंट्रल हॉल में मैंने राष्ट्रपति के पद की शपथ ली थी। सांसद होने के नाते आप सभी का इस लोकतंत्र के मंदिर में एक प्रतिष्ठित स्थान है और मेरे हृदय में भी आप सबके लिए एक विशेष स्थान है और सदैव बना रहेगा।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today bowed to two great sons of India, Lokmanya Tilak and Chandrasekhar Azad, on their birth anniversary. In a tweet, Modi said these two stalwarts epitomize courage and patriotism. The Prime Minister also shared what he had spoken about Lokmanya Tilak and Chandrasekhar Azad during Mann Ki Baat a few years ago. He said one of the everlasting legacies of Lokmanya Tilak is the large-scale Ganesh Utsavs, which ignited a spirit of cultural consciousness amongst the people. Modi said that during one of his Mumbai visits, he had visited the Lokmanya Seva Sangh, which has a close association with Lokmanya Tilak. On the other hand, members of both houses of parliament also paid their tributes to the freedom fighters. In more national news, Union Minister for Law and Justice Kiren Rijiju has said the government has no plan to implement the Uniform Civil Code in the country as of now. In a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha citing writ petitions pending in the Supreme Court on the matter, the minister said Article 44 of the Constitution provides that the state shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. Moving on, Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramanna today said the media is running kangaroo courts on issues even experienced judges find difficult to decide. Addressing an event at the National University of Study and Research in Law at Ranchi, the CJI said ill-informed and agenda-driven debates on issues involving justice delivery are proving to be detrimental to the health of democracy. Biased views being propagated by the media are affecting the people, weakening democracy and harming the system. And in this process, justice delivery gets adversely affected. The Chief Justice said media has breached its responsibility, taking democracy 3 steps backward, affecting people and harming the system. He said the print media still has a certain degree of accountability, whereas the electronic media has zero accountability. Today is the National Broadcasting Day. On the occasion, Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur launched the promos of Doordarshan's new serials Corporate Sarpanch, Beti Desh Ki, Jai Bharati, Suro Ka Eklavya and Ye Dil Mange More at Akashvani Bhavan in New Delhi. In his speech, Thakur stressed the need to increase the number of community radio stations from the present 360 to 750 by August 2023. He also advocated quality content to increase the popularity of All India Radio and Doordarshan. On this day in 1927, the first ever radio broadcast in the country went on the All India Radio from Bombay station under a private company, the Indian Broadcasting Company. Moving on to the Northeast now, Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma today met Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. Mansukh Mandavia at his official residence in New Delhi. During the meeting, Dr. Sharma discussed with him issues related to Assam, especially measures taken by the state government to tackle health conditions in the affected districts during and after the flood scenario. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu today expressed his happiness over the development that the state has emerged as top performer in investment pillar in northeastern and hilly states category with the score of 17.12 in Niti Aayog's India Innovation Index 2021. It also received high FDI inflows in northeastern and hilly states category. Khandu said in a series of tweets, securing the 4th position in overall ranking in this category is a testimony of development work being undertaken by the state government. He said scoring highest on indicators like expenditure on science, technology and environment as a percentage of gross state domestic product. The state is also among the top 5 scorers in knowledge diffusion pillar under the Northeast and hilly states category. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today met a delegation of the Lamkang Naga dance troupe from Chandel district from the state in Delhi. The tribal dance troupe conveyed their gratitude to Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led NDA for electing Draupadi Murmu as the President of India. In Nagaland, the Pradesh BJP celebrated the victory of the NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu as the first tribal woman President of India. Speaking at the celebrations held at Kohima on Friday evening, Minister for Higher Education and Tribal Affairs Temjem Imna Along said it is a proud moment for the tribal people that a tribal woman has become the 15th President of India. He said this is a red letter day for the tribals of the nation. Still in Nagaland, Swanidhi Mahotsav, a celebration of Atmanirbhar street vendors, was organized by the District Urban Development Agency, Dimapur Municipal Council, along with the State Urban Development Agency at Supermarket Dimapur today. Attending the program as special guest, MLA Maotoshi Longkumar said the Swanidhi scheme is one of the most popular schemes in India, which was launched to benefit those street vendors whose businesses have been affected by the pandemic. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi today said India is going to play a lead role in the new world order. The minister attended the celebrations of iconic week of Azadi Ki Railgadi or station under the aegis of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in New Delhi. Minister of State for Railways Darshana Zardosh was also present at the function. Speaking on the occasion, Joshi said cleanliness in trains and railway stations has improved and Railways has made tremendous efforts for improving speed and punctuality. He lauded Railways for providing better service to the people and urged it to continuously work to improve the services. In Meghalaya, Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, who also holds the charge of PWD roads, blamed the peculiar land tenure system in the state for the delay in completion of Shillong-Dauki Road, which was conceptualized almost 8 years ago. The project is not even half complete. Tinsong said the NHIDCL has initiated a fresh tender process for Package 1 and Package 5 of the project and admitted that the delay was mainly due to land acquisition challenges. The 71-kilometer existing road is to be converted into a 4-lane highway from Umshpri Bridge to Baniam at 7th mile and 2 lanes thereafter till Dauki at an estimated cost of 1,251 crore rupees. India's merchandise exports during the first 6 months of the calendar year 2022 jumped about 27% to $235 billion compared with $185.9 billion a year ago. The country's most imports during January-June 2022 stood at $361.1 billion against $258.6 billion in the corresponding period last year. The total merchandise export was $421.9 billion during 2021-22 against the export target of $400 billion, achieving 105.4% of the export target. Barring a few sectors, all major sectors during the January-June 2022 showed a positive trend with an overall growth rate of 26.7%. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. To end the news, the main points once again. Outgoing President Ramnath Kovind says he served the country to the best of his ability during his tenure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi pays rich tributes to freedom fighters Lokmanya Tilak and Chandrasekhar Azad. Media is running kangaroo courts, alleges Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramanna, says electronic media has zero accountability. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma discusses measures for post-flood scenario with Union Health Minister Mandaviya. And Arunachal's leading status in Niti Aayog Index is a witness to state's commitment to progress, says Chief Minister Pema Khandu. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.